Hello geeks and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. This is Sai Prakash here and I'm here to discuss day 21th problem of Geeks for Geek coding challenge. Right. So it is called as a corona vaccine and it is given under hard category. Right. And let's read the problem statement. So Geek has developed an effective vaccine for coronavirus and he wants each of his N houses in Geekland has to have access to it. And apparently the houses are in a binary tree where each node represents Geekland and find the minimum number of vaccines that should be supplied with a vaccine kit if one vaccine kit is sufficient for the house, its parent house, and its immediate child. So the effective vaccine that Geek has developed, so it is capable of if it is given to a node, so it will vaccinate the node itself, and it will also vaccinate its children, that is left and right, and it is also going to vaccinate its parent. Right. So given that that is the case, so we have to return what is the minimal number of vaccine kits that are required so that entire Geekland is vaccinated. Right. So in this case, the vaccine is going to be supplied to house 1, which is going to vaccinate its children, and also to house 5, which is going to vaccinate its parent and its child. Right. So the trick to solve this problem is try to give the vaccine effectively. So let me just explain it with example here. So this is a given example. So let's say that I'm at leaf node, right? So leaf node is one of the case, right? So what if I gave the vaccine to the leaf node, right? So the leaf node will obviously not have any children, so children are not going to be benefited from that, and it is going to vaccinate itself obviously, and it is going to vaccinate its parent, right? So at best case, if I provide a vaccine to my leaf nodes, it is only going to vaccinate one node, right? That is at best, right? It cannot do anything more than. But what if I gave it to non-leaf node, right? So that is 5. So if I gave it to non-leaf node, that is it is going to vaccinate at least 2, right? See, every node will have a parent node, that's true, that except the root node, but that's a new thing, right? Every node will have at least, every non-leaf node will have at least one parent, sorry, it will have a parent, but it will have at least one children, right? So in this case we have 6, right? So in the worst case itself, a non-leaf node can vaccinate 3 people, that is itself, its parent, and also its children, right? It is the worst case, but in the best case it can vaccinate 4 people, right? Because it will have at best case it will have 2 children, it will have 1 parent, and it will also vaccinate itself. So the best case is that always try to give the vaccine to the non-leaf nodes, right? So if you give it to a non-leaf node, then see we are solving this problem in a greedy manner, right? So what greedy manner says is that, so when you are trying to solve the sub problems, always generate optimal solution for each sub problem. So given that in the long run we have an optimal solution of the total problem, that is what we are going to do. So we are always going to try and optimize the way we are going to give the vaccines, and as I said, we are only going to provide vaccines to the non-leaf node, right? So now that you understood that, let's try and implement that in code, and we'll see what are the base cases that we are missing here and how to handle them later, right? So as I said, we are going to, so since I said we are going to, so when we are solving a binary tree problem, right, we have to iterate, right? So in order to reach every node, we are going to we can use BFS or DFS. I'm going to implement DFS to reach all the nodes. So let me define my DFS here. So define DFS, and it's going to take a node, and it is also going to take a parent. So see, I'm taking parent because node will have left and right associated with that, but it will not have parent, right? So in order to have the information of its parent as well, I'm going to also pass parent as a parameter, right? And if node is not empty, I'm going to again do DFS on left, dot left, and left's parent is going to be n itself, and the same thing on the right. So n dot right, and its parent is going to be n, right? So now that we have handled all the recursions, so now at this point, when the cursor enters to this point, it will have done all the recursive stacks, and it will have a current node that is going to be n, right? So I'm going to check, right, if my node at this point, whether it is a leaf node or non-leaf node. So if it has left, right, so then if it's n dot left or n dot right is not none, then we know that it is a non-leaf node, right? So, and let's also know, since we have to keep track of what are the houses that we have vaccinated or vaccinated, so let's also keep a track of that. So I'm going to maintain two sets. So I'm going to call something as a REC. So this is a set which is going to store the houses which have received the vaccine, right? So in this case, our vaccines are received by 1 and 5. So 1 and 5 are going to be inserted into this set in the end. And I'm also going to take one more thing, that is called, let's call it as simply R itself, and let's call it as C. So C is going to be another set which is going to store the nodes which have vaccinated. So they have not received the vaccine directly, but they have been vaccinated with the help of their neighbors or its children, right? Something like that. So let's initialize it with 1, because if for leaf node n dot left is going to be none, right? So since we're not going to do that, so none is already visited. So we can simply negotiate all the leaf nodes. So if my leaf node, that is n dot left, is not in covered, so if it is not covered previously, or n dot right not in C, that is see, we are saying not covered because n dot left is going to be none. Like initially it is going to be none, but none is already covered, right? So n dot left will only will be n of n. This solution will only be executed when we are at non-leaf nodes, right? So if we are at non-leaf nodes, we know that we have to add them to our answers, that is our sets. So since we are at non-leaf node, I'm going to assign vaccine to that node. So received is going to take one node, that is my current node. So this node at which I am currently located, so this node will be given vaccine because it has children. So it is a non-leaf node. So hence I'm going to give it a vaccine. And we also, since we also have to keep track of what are the nodes that we have already covered, so I'm going to add all its neighbors to the covered set, right? So C dot add of n. So n is going to be vaccinated by itself, and C dot add of n dot left is going to be vaccinated. C dot add of n dot right, and the same thing with C dot add of its parent. So parent is going to be P, right? So our second parameter is P, right? So P is also going to be vaccinated, right? And in the end, I'm going to simply return. I think we don't need to return anything. So when we are out of this loop, I can simply call DFS of on root, and for root the parent is going to be none. So I'm going to pass none here, and once this is executed, our R will be filled with what are the nodes that are receiving the vaccine, and C will be filled with all the nodes that are vaccinated till that point. Now I can simply return length of my R, that is how many nodes received the vaccine directly. So this will tell us the houses 1 and 5. I can simply even print this for better clarity. So if I print R, let's check if there are any errors first. So yeah, we have two nodes here. So let me do one thing. So instead of pushing n directly, because it is going to give us some memories and all, so I'm going to push n dot data. So if I push data, then you should see 1 and 3 here. So yeah, sorry, 1 and 5. So as I've said, so since 1 and 5 are non-leaf nodes and they have children, so we are assigning our vaccine to that. So that is why when I printed my received set, it is giving me 1 and 5. And now if I submit, this will not satisfy all the cases. Let me explain why. So let me see the base case where it is failing. So it is failing at the case of 1, 2, 3, right? Sorry, I have to remove this. And now if I submit, you can see there are few cases at which this solution fails, right? So this is failing at 1, 2. So let me know, I have previously debugged this, and let me show how that looks like. So this is the case where the particular solution is failing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you can see that 1 null, 2 null, 3 null, 4. So 1 null, 2 null, 3 null, 4. So this is a particular case where it is failing. And now if I print, even if I print that, so let me just run the test, custom test case here. So 1 null, 2 null, 3 null, and 4. And if I print that, you will see that the output is 1, but we are expecting the output to be 2. Let's now print our received set. Let's see what the elements are there. So it is only going to give vaccine to 3. Let me show why it's happening, right? So this is our given binary tree, right? So as we have previously said, we are going to do a DFS. So this will going to call on this, and our control initially will be at this point. So all these nodes are in the recursive stack, and this is where the control first reaches, and it is going to search whether it has left or not. So left is going to be null, and which is already covered. So basically these are leaf nodes. So hence we are not going to assign any vaccine here, and this is going to be removed from the stack, and we are at this point in our recursive call. And when we are at 3, these checks are going to be satisfied, because yes, obviously n's left is going to be null, but n's right is not null, and it is not covered previously. 4 is not covered previously at this point. So by default, this node is going to be allocated a vaccine. So that's what happened here. 3 is being allocated a vaccine. Everything is well and good till this point. So once 3 is allocated a vaccine, so 3 is being vaccinated. Immediately 4 is being vaccinated, since it is its child, and its parent is also being vaccinated, right? So these 3 nodes are being vaccinated, and when the recursive call enters to this node, so this node is already being vaccinated, so that is already visited. So there will be no vaccine assigned to this node, and 1 remains empty. So 1 will never be vaccinated, because see, once child is already, when the recursive call reaches to this node, right? So once child, that is right, is already being vaccinated, and it doesn't have any parent, so that it can get from parent. So it is not going to get from parent, it is not going to get from child, because the child are already being vaccinated, so it will be left behind. So this is why we are getting an error here. So this is the base case that I think most of people will miss if you're trying to solve it in this kind of thing. And so in order to simply do the check, we are going to do one thing. See, obviously the parent of 1 is going to be null, right? So because 1 will not have any parent, and we have initially also passed none to our root, right? So we are going to add one more check here. So because all our rest of the binary tree is working fine, but it's only failing for this case, right? So we are going to add a check. The check is something like this. So if my node is not covered previously, and its parent is null, right? So that signifies that it is our root node, and root node is being not vaccinated from its children. So I have to allocate my vaccine to that case. So if that's that's the base case we have handled, then we can solve this problem. So let me just simply do that. So this is how I'm going to handle my base case, right? So since we have discussed that how to handle the base case, so this is how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to simply do a check, that is if my P, that is my parent, is none. So if it is none, and at the same time, and my N, that is not been covered previously, N, and it is not in C previously, then if that's the case, this is our base case which have to be handled separately. So I'm going to say r.add of N, and also add all these neighbors to the C. So C dot add of N, you can simply copy paste the below thing. C dot add of N dot right, RAGHT right, and C dot add of N dot left, and c dot add of parent. Parent is going to be p. So this is how we can handle the base case, and let's try and submit this. Then this should work. So yeah, it is accepting the base case, and now if I check with my base case, which was previously giving me a wrong output, so if I run that, now you should see that it is giving an answer 2, right? So this is how we can take care of that base case. Now that all the cases are satisfied, we can simply submit a solution, and our solution is waiting. And yeah, it is right. So this is how we can solve this problem. And yes, this problem deserves a hard category, and it is hard to solve if we are not familiar with these concepts. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and you understood how to solve this problem from now on. And if you like the video, please give it a like, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day.